This video is about the fence and those standing by the fence, which happens to be everybody but me. Another way to look at it is Western philosophy consists of the educated class that have hopelessly misled the peasants, the workers, the farmers, the people who were illiterate for the longest. A lot of people forget, for a long time people couldn't read. Those who could read were interested in spelling and magic spells. So it is the people who want to mislead the masses of people, and it started with their own people, certainly, versus the people who were just trying to figure out why they're here. And certainly if they were free from the fence, it would have led them to the unavoidable conclusion that they're here to serve the martial arts order, the pure Sun Temple order. Certainly we must discard all Eastern and Western martial arts schools, because they don't have the basic humanity, the basic honor to give credit to its African origin. We hardly see these people even bring up Egypt. And when they do, it's with that red principle of evil over their heart, okay, as they pretend that they were white or Semitic or Asiatic, okay? This obviously is evil. This is wrong. Certainly there is only one martial art order that counts, that matters, and that is mine. Not the secret societies who bow to Western philosophies, who have set up scientific institutions, comedic institutions, and Asar Aset society. No. It is not the blacks who partake in these dishonorable forms of martial arts that are outside the divine order. Even when one studies the history of the samurai, okay, they were basically disowned by their lords. They served their lords, and their lords were part of the illusion. I'm not going to waste time exploring that anymore. Let's get to the bottom of this thing. Okay, that was supposed to be the title, but it required elaboration. Number one, Weishaupt was a professor at Ingolstadt University, 1776. Professors are utter trash. I have no love for them at all. Their complicity is far beyond the point of depraved and sick. They're delusional. There isn't a single professor today on the planet that isn't sick. Why would they partake in this disgrace known as education, but is ultimately miseducation? Because they're sick. Hegel died a professor in the 1820s, certainly, at the University of Berlin. He inspired William Huntington Russell, who founded Skull and Bones with a man named Taft in 1832. Now think about this. Carey versus Bush, the Bones Men, okay? It doesn't take a genius to figure out that secret societies are basically kind of Greek foundation kind of bitches. Okay, they're cowards. There is nobody in a secret society, including the people in my family, as much as it hurts my heart, that exists in a state of pure honor. They are complicit. Okay, there's nothing that is honorable about avoiding that. If I must apply this scale to others from God, then I must apply it to my own family and to myself. I am not in a secret society. I think they are depraved, they are sick, they are evil for controlling reproduction. It is disgraceful. Everybody is in a state of disgrace, and some people make up the fence, the wall, law backwards. Okay, God's plan in reverse, God's law backwards, right? The wall, which they just happen to spell as the law because they're playing God. Okay, and those standing by the fence who are misled, or the wall, they are misled by it. And the wall is like the bull that covers the light of God, the true light, not some despicable Nancy boy beta male sissy who pretends to be the ideal man, or pretends to be doing something that is acceptable. It is not acceptable to not man up. So when we look at this thing, okay, Plato influenced Hegel, who influenced Russell, who influenced with people with like minds all over the place, basically society. It's spelled out here in this book. Read between the lines, take it with a grain of salt. There's a reason why he has yellow with black around the edges, because he's concealing some pertinent facts, probably to do with his secret society. But he does a fair job with facts that spell out what's going on to a large degree, to the point where you're forced to recognize that there is a conspiracy. He then, ironically and counterintuitively, explains things in a way as if there isn't a great conspiracy, as if there's not enough facts, but something certainly is going on, and it's affecting us in a very direct way. Okay. That certainly is a kind of secret society conclusion to come to, which is the black around the light. Right? The cover is very much symbolic of the philosophy of the author. All right, moving on. So, once we look at Hegel's concept of absolute reason, the state has supreme right against the individual, whose supreme duty is to be a member of the state. This is the philosophy that went into communism. It went into fascism on record. Okay? Was Hitler opposed to this idea? Or did he believe that the state has a supreme right against the individual, whose supreme duty is to be a member of the state? Okay? And government means govern, right? Control. And ment, which is a word for mind. Okay? I don't have time to check the facts, to check the details of this. One way or another, government is about mind control, the state of mind. Okay? I don't know what language ment or mentos or whatever the fuck they're talking about. Okay? Period. Okay? I don't give a shit. Should I give a shit? Should I give a flying fuck about this? These are the details for cowards who need it spelled out, not for righteous men who are going to rise up. Which brings me to, well, first let's go through this thing quickly. No, fuck it. Let's go ahead and talk about the morality first principle. Humans have a basic drive to put morality over survival, and it leads to the martial art order, the only logical order for society with a natural scale. Any acceptance of completely unnecessary evil is the result of an unhealthy mind. Delusion, crazed, panicked, mentally ill, right? Ill-gotten gains, illusion, right? By unnecessary, I mean occurring outside of this righteous indignation-based sparring order. Okay? So if you haven't developed your society with the true natural scale of a man, mind, body, and soul, which can only be expressed through sparring or actual combat in terms of developing it, when you put the emphasis on morality and righteous indignation, right? Obviously, it must be a sparring order. You're not going to beat each other up and make each other dumb. Okay, I beat everybody. I'm in charge. That's fucking stupid, right? You need light contact, sparring, right? To contact the source of light who is conveying it the most. Okay? This is the morality first principle, which leads us to the line fact. This is not a theory. You'd be an idiot to think that this is a theory. A point where the normal, logical, healthy, and expected response, the normal, logical, healthy, and expected response, a point where the normal, logical, healthy, and expected response is to fight to the death. Okay? When you cross the line, okay, if someone's attacking your family, for instance, the normal, logical, healthy, and expected response is to fight to the death. Not to say, well, I'm going to try to save myself. You can kill them, right? That is a sickness. You're going to exist in a state of guilt and sickness and start to disassociate with reality to help you cope, because you're not naturally meant to have that state of mind. Okay? So there is a point. A key principle in regards of, a key principle of evil is blurring the line, not to be confused with attempts to effectively point out that they're blurring the line. So if I say, hey, they're blurring the line between a man and a woman, and look at transvestites and cross-dressers and transgenders and so on and so forth, right? And you say, hey, you're blurring the line. Now I'm confused. I don't know who's a man and a woman anymore, okay? No, they're the ones who are evil. I'm showing you that they're evil and helping you understand that you need to start to understand what that means for you. If that means killing transvestites and transgenders, I'm not necessarily saying you should. But if that's what it means, then that's what must be done. Okay? If they need to be told, hey, it is not in your best interest to come between us and God and and to cause us to go insane by catfishing us, by killing them, then that must be done. If there is no other solution, absolutely, 100%, I'm behind it. I would lead the charge with no regrets, and I would live in reality, because that is what must be done. Why should I disassociate or become mentally ill when that is the highest moral principle? Going back to the morality first principle. Humans have a basic drive to put morality over survival. And it leads to the martial art order. Let's stop there. The only healthy order that allows for mental health is this martial arts order, which is derived from righteous indignation and sparring to show who is more focused, has more concentration, attention, right? Alpha male tension, attention, focus. Okay? If I can focus to derive what is right in a situation relative to the spirit of Ra, the creator, better than anyone else, then I should be in charge. And if that is avoided, human consciousness, right, hidden in plain view, what we're aware of, tells us that we're having ill-gotten gains, right? We've gotten rid of him, okay? Even if you don't quite put it together that they killed this guy, if he's gone and there's a bunch of Eberts like, okay, I'm in charge now, okay? What does that tell you? Right? Obviously, it's over. I am the end of the martial arts order. If I am gone and I do not name a successor and raise them myself, there is no hope for humanity. Then it becomes do as thou wilt. Not because it's okay by the creator, but because you have no more chance to connect to him. It is over. If I don't have a child and name him the successor after making him the top martial artist, impressing upon him in a way that I can impress upon no one else how to be that, it is over. And because of racism, ethnocentrism, Eurocentrism, false pride, greed, lust, people refusing to grow up to accept that truth, and the academic community, the intellectual community, especially mental health, therapists, the rapists, psychologists, psyche, right? The little bitch spirit, right? The little bitch energy that they're trying to impress upon you is the actual soul of a man, of a person. Okay? Bitch shit. Do you think these people go to their creator with their honor intact? Are you kidding me? They are destroyed. And yes, it is my divine duty in the afterlife to do everything in my power to make sure that they suffer more than everybody else. Everybody who is outside of the divine order remains outside when they die. It is stupid not to see it that way. It is deranged and sick. You don't need definitive proof. All you need is that is the most logical assumption. Automatically, you're deranged if you don't act and follow that truth. Automatically, you're sick. Putting survival before morality is the trait of an animal. Not understanding morality means the martial arts order, and following suit is the behavior of animals, is the idea of animals. The resulting behavior is the behavior of animals. This is why animals don't go to heaven, because they aren't in the divine order with morality intact. So you share the fate of the animals and the plants and the things of this world, okay? Which only can become parts of man, right? Their spirit imparted upon man if they're doing the will of God. If they're being trained, they're domesticated, they're poisoned, they're drugged, they're acting funny, obviously, that sucks, right? The Spirit of God will return with or without you if you cultivate your soul in a way that is outside of the divine order. It proceeds without you. And yes, the harsh truth is the vast majority of human beings do not go to the Creator in a state of honor. It has been there. It's been like that for at least 5,000 years. It's hard to say before that. I go as far as to say that it's always been like that. You know, what I'm really trying to say is that there was a small group of people that was right with the Creator, and they were trying to teach everybody else how to be right, which is obviously the logical assumption. Who are they? You think they're magic card bitches? You think they're philosophers like Plato that raped kids? You think they're martial art orders that didn't pay homage openly to the African foundation? I mean, come on. How stupid would you have to be? These people are sick. You're all sick when you think about it. You refuse to stop everything and stand with me.